I mean, Island of Dr Moreau, that was a strange one.
Yeah, well, talking animals again.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in the film who's not an animal talking. Me and Marlon Brando, everyone else, and Val Kilmer, everyone else is a talking animal. That was one of the high points of my talking animal career.
But that became sort of a famous film, not because of you, but because of Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando.
Yeah. Well, there are many stories about that, many myths about the making of that film. Except that they're not myths. Anything you've heard about the making of that film, no matter how bizarre out there, is true. And it is probably stranger. No matter what you've heard, and go like, yeah, well, that sounds a bit apocryphal. I'm sure it wasn't. It was absolutely true.
And how did you cope through all that?
Oh, I nearly had a nervous breakdown. I was administered Valium at one point, and I'm a really calm kind of fellow. I'm not really the sort of guy who needs Valium, but I was administered Valium at one point.
So were you caught in the middle between Val and Marlon?
Yeah, and John Frankenheimer, it should be said. It wasn't so much Val and Marlon. I mean, it certainly was a bit Val and Marlon. And me, and Fairuza Balk, but it was actually mainly John Frankenheimer who was, I think, a little out of control and rather flailing around, not knowing what he was doing. And at the same time, you've got the craziness of Brando and the kind of quite wonderful nuttiness of Val Kilmer. I think he's been much maligned and vilified for not just that film, but several other things. But Val is actually, I think, a rather wonderful person. I think he gets some bad press, but and certainly on that he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But and he deserves some of it. But we all deserve some of it. I cancelled filming one night because they were asking us to do something that was just, beyond the pale. It was like this would never happen, and so I became one of those actors. It was like, I'll be in my trailer. I can't believe I was doing it.
Is it infectious when? Because you don't seem like a massive lovey to me, but when everyone's doing it, you think,
I saw it could be done. And because I think we lost 14 days shooting on that film just from people not coming out of their trailers. In fact, not coming out of their trailers, most of the time they didn't even leave their hotel to get to their trailers. It's not, I'm not leaving my hotel to come to the set even if we're going to shoot whatever we're going to shoot this day, because it was not Richard Stanley's original script. It was a whole new script that was being written by the day. And then we were changing everything. Someone would disagree with something on that day, but we had to shoot it, and it was just like putting a blowtorch to a jigsaw puzzle. It was absolutely astonishing.
It must have been a bit odd, because clearly as someone as you, and you, as you said, you like to immerse yourself in roles, and you sort of as method as kind of British actors get, to kind of come to meet Brando must have been a tantalising kind of hero kind of moment, and then to find out that he's a big fat bloke who won't come out of his trailers must be a bit disappointing.
No, it wasn't disappointing. I mean, I wasn't actually one of those actors who idolised other actors, and so I mean, obviously, I knew who Brando was, and I knew his importance and his reputation, and but it was a real thrill, and it was actually really wonderful because I actually got to know him in a very peculiar way, in that we were making this peculiar film, but also that he very much took me under his wing and would have me around a lot. He'd have me in his trailer playing chess and chatting away, and he used to get changed in front of me, and it was just quite extraordinary that I found myself in this situation as Marlon's confidant, when about 2 weeks before I'd never even dreamed that I would be in the presence of such a kind of a legendary actor. But I became very, very close to him during that period, and used to sit there thinking how many millions of people would kill to be in this situation, and yet I was with him so much that sometimes I was quite bored and thinking I'd like to go now. And I said, I've got to go to the bathroom, Marlon. And he's like, no, use mine. And I'm like, well, you've got to get changed, I better go now. And he's like, no, stay, I can change in front of you. You've seen a man before. So it was quite disturbing. God bless him.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope he's listening. David Thewlis, thanks for coming on Film Weekly.
Thank you very much.
The great, the affable